There we go. We need some music. Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's Chris. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to Suited Up. This is the time to ask questions. This is the time to chat a little bit while we're waiting for everyone to roll in. We usually wait till we get to about 100 people, and then we get everything going. For those of you who have not been here before, my name's Chris. It's a pleasure to meet you. What we do on Suited Up, it's a thing that happens every week, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We bring on top streamers, content creators, up-and-comers, individuals who are putting in that good work that you should see, people who should be on your radar, okay? During these conversations, what we do is we dig deep into who they are. Who are they outside of the app? Who were they before the app? What motivates them? What do they like to do? It's a little bit more than the surface of what you get during a normal stream. What's up, Eric? What's up, Jenna? What's up, Alpha? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Alora? What's up, everybody? What's up, Andy? What's up, Boss? What's up, Ira Wolf? Thank you so much for the gifts, everybody. Marie. A lot of cool things have happened on this show before. A lot of announcements. There's been, oh, thank you so much. I think I'm gonna level up here soon. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's nice to meet you all. If you have any interest in being on the show, or maybe you want to feel it out first, see what's this show really like. I leveled up. Nice. Thank you for the level up. Appreciate the level up. Formal wear is always encouraged for Suited Up. If you're watching, do it in your underwear, do it in your pajamas, whatever you're feeling fresh in. But for those coming on, I do encourage that they dress up a little bit. It's another look at your favorites. You get to see them in a different outfit sometimes. This tie today is a little bit basic. We've got a paisley print on the shirt, so we're doing just a flat matte cool gray for the tie. This is actually like a blue gray here. Anyway, let's talk about, we're at 109, so let's go ahead and talk about the show. Can I get a check one time for the guests that we have tonight? So in case you didn't know who's on the show tonight, let's run it by you real quick. KMB is our first up. I'm not going to tell you anything about these individuals because they're going to tell you all about themselves, and that's the point for you to stay around. So KMB is our first guest tonight. After KMB, we got Shawn Caution. So I almost meant Shawn Caution, a little Sean Connery, right? So Shawn Caution. Caution, where are you at, my friend? I need to make sure that you stay red. And then lastly, we have on tonight Vape God. So Vape God is going to close this down. So a whole lineup. It's gentleman's night. We got the gentleman's night. So it's a good lineup. I'm excited about that lineup. Yeah, it's a good one. It is the dude's night. It's the dude's night. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other shows that are on the app. And I'm on a new computer, so my original document's back. So forgive me. I'm gonna use this. Normally I use the screen behind me to figure that out. Let's talk about the other shows. The other shows that are on the app. Just to eat a little bit of time. So if you're new to the app, maybe this is your first time. This first dude who's trending in this #1 spot. Why is he in this #1 spot? That's because it's a court. There we go. There he is. All right. Let's make sure that you stay red, my guy. Bam. All right. Cool. Now you're nice and safe. We did have an incident once in the past where while we were doing the interview, someone thought it'd be funny to kick who was being interviewed. And that was a little bit of a unique situation because we were right mid-interview, and the comments, they sometimes get crazy during these conversations. I didn't know what had happened. Someone said pony up, and they did it. So let's talk about the other shows that are on the app. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the crab. Painting Night with Mia. That's Monday nights at 8 p.m. Ooh, the takas. This is my favorite. I once, one time I saw that gift drop, and there was some music that was perfectly in sync with the tacos falling, and the person was just there. I was like, this is so well constructed. This is organized so well. It's like if you could imagine like staring into the love of your life's eyes as these tacos just fall down on you. Like, isn't that really true romance? Is romance really romance if there aren't falling tacos? I don't think so. All right, what else do we have? So it's painting night with Mia. That's Monday nights at 8 p.m. Get Fit with Allie and Ashley. That's Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They show you how to do squats, how to do those curls. For all the people in the world, if you want to get fit, Allie and Ashley, they've got the fix for you. That's Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Wednesdays, that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your boy Chris, that's me, brings you the different talent that's on Meet Me, all for that interview segment time to get to know everyone and find out more about them personally. And I have to be biased. I think it's okay. The next show's a little bit cooler, so you should check it out. That's Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gore Couture with Carmen Sandiego. She's a gore effects makeup artist. She takes eyeballs, spoilers to a Honda Civic, deer antlers. She puts them on her face and she makes it work. And she's like, look at me. I'm a thing. And it looks fantastic. I don't know how to do it. So that's Gore Couture at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Thursdays. Also on Thursdays, if you haven't checked out Talent Team Thursday, make sure that you do that. That's where the mothership, Meet Me itself, comes down from the clouds. They open those heavenly gates. I'm like, hello, everyone. Are you feeling a certain type of way? Maybe so, because it's us. And they tell you about the up-and-coming contest. They talk to you about who got their top badge the prior week. They give you all of the information that you want to know. So talk about, you look so tired, man. Out of all the comments that are going, that's the one that caught my eye. I was like, dude, I just got to level with you, man. You look tired. You tired, man. It's like, oh, that one cuts deep. I'm not tired. I'm a ball. Just know. That one I love you. Who said that? You get a favorite right now. Who said that I look tired? I want to favorite you right now. It's funny. All right. What else do we have? So that's what we're talking about. Okay, keep Alex dreaming. He could be lying. Oh, you're handsome. Look at you. Check out that. Favorite the handsome jawline Alex. That's his new name. Change it. It'd be better. Must be tired. All right. Try this with Donna Diamond. That's Fridays. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Donna Diamond does the dares for your viewing pleasure. She might be taking some Tabasco sauce, putting it on some tacos. Where are the tacos at, right? She's jumping on roller coasters, jumping off bridges with safety equipment. Okay. Thank you for the roses. You know the drill. Try this Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Donna Diamond. Lastly, the Unstoppable Idol. That's Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Marquise Evans, the Idol, hosts the most electrifying talent show that Meet Me has to offer. You'll see singing, comedy. You might see some vape clouds. You might have someone on here. Many people who've been on that show have been featured on this show. Also, this is a good way to get my attention because I like to bring talent on here. You know, show everyone what they could be missing on the app. So if you've got a talent, make sure you check out the show. Thank you so much for the whip. All right. Lastly, I have only one contest to announce this week, and it was just posted. I really like the vibe. Thank you so much for the card. It's a power weekend. You look tired. It's a power weekend. All right, power weekend. Thank you for the crabs. The crabs. All right, power weekend. That's $12,000 in diamonds. $12,000 in diamonds, right? Do you have what it takes? So, holy smokes. They even do the whole breakdown. Look at this graphic art. Look at the graphic art. It's not plain text anymore where it's just lines of information. No, they spiced up their graphic design game and they said, you know what? If we want people to compete in these contests, let's give them some solid graphic design. And they did. They delivered. First place is taking home $2,000. $2,000. Okay? 10th place on up, $500. 6, I saw someone say he's reading straight from the script. I'm so flattered that you felt like this could be scripted right now. My man's out here is like, you look tired. My other man's is like, this is so scripted. Somewhere in between, maybe. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Creeping up on me, that sign there. Very high definition. Yes, it's very, very bougie. So anyway, it's a very straightforward contest. You get the most diamonds, you earn diamonds, you win bonus dollars. You get money for earning money. What? Do it. Participate in the contest. Not restricted to top streamers. If you're trying to be an up-and-comer, if you're trying to get things going, make sure that you participate in that contest. All right, you're tired of hearing me talking. Thank you so much, everybody, for strolling on through. Quick announcement before we bring on our first guest. First guest, Mr. KMB, why don't you go ahead and snag that box, brother? While we do these conversations, I do not acknowledge the comments. I don't talk to the comments. I don't respond to GIFs. Those in the box, they don't respond. You could drop a dragon. I encourage you. You want to see what an ungrateful streamer looks like? I am grateful. Inside, I'm very grateful. Inside, I'm screaming up and down like when you're a kid and like you get like the McDonald's toy that you really wanted to get and you're like, it's a gamble. Because you could have gotten the Inspector Gadget leg, but you got the Inspector Gadget head hat. And you were really excited about this. This is a very personal story. KMB says 1 sec. I'm really trying to buy time. Just vocalizing. So, yeah. if you drop, just know that I appreciate it. If you're commenting, know that I appreciate it. If you're like, Chris, how do I get on the show? Why don't you respond to me? Just shoot me a message on Instagram. Don't message me on here. It's hopeless. Message me on Instagram. Let's get this going. I'd love to feature you. So on that note, our first guest is still strolling on through. Okay, there he is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first guest tonight. Please give a warm welcome to our boy, KMB. Hey.
Yo, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Can you hear me good? I got headphones on. I never have headphones.
You sound
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Sound perfect.
Awesome. Yo, the first thing I want to say, first of all, is like I told you earlier, man, I'm honored to be here. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for every single one of these incredible people that tuned in tonight. You do something incredible here, so I'm going to boast on you for a minute. You do something much needed here in this world. We're thankful for you. Your talent shines, bro, and I'm honored to be here. So,
wow, that was really nice. Who paid you? That was good. Like I feel like you read that off very. No, I appreciate it. That was very nice. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. No, honors on mine. Because you have an impactful story. You hustle hard, and I think you have a message that resonates with a lot of people. So it's definitely something that I'm thankful for that you're here to share. Before we crack into that a little bit, will you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is actually Kevin, and it's spelled freaking Kevan. So all y'all out there that have a unique spelling to your name, you have a regular name, but a unique spelling, I feel you. Kevin with an A. My middle name is Michael. My last name is Bauman. KMB are the initials. So yeah, I mean,
that's good.
I'm a musician. Yeah, I do a lot of things.
Sometimes my reaction or response is like, "That's good."
Yeah, that's good.
That's your name.
Totally scripted. Totally scripted. Yo, shout out to all you. I can't even keep up with these comments, bro. Your stream is litty.
It's good. It's good. I mean, I'm excited about it. Okay, so you mentioned a couple things. You mentioned you're a musician. Your name's Kevin. You've got all these things behind you. I see some Shrek action, which is
that's my background.
Talking about
Shrek. Don't at me. Shrek is the best movie of all time.
It is nice. Wipe your shoes. Wipe your face.
Heck yeah.
Those are some lifelong lessons right there. You gotta make sure to pay attention. Okay, KMB.
Yes, sir.
I love to start all of these conversations out the same way. One, because it makes it predictable and easy on me. Two, because it's good, it's usually good for a laugh. Can you tell us who was Kevin in high school?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What table
um,
did it at lunch? That kind of thing.
so the Kevin in high school, I was I've always been like a good-hearted guy. My dad, I grew up a pastor's son. My dad is a pastor. My mom is a Lutheran school teacher. So I grew up in that world, and I was brought up very, very well. But in high school, like a lot of us, we try to find ourselves. And in high school, I was kind of the hybrid guy who, hung out with the cool kids, and I had sympathy for the people who weren't so cool. Um, and I had friendships everywhere and at every level. But at the same time, I slipped up, and like I was not the best person all the time either. So all y'all out there, I got news for you. All y'all who look at KMB like I got a halo on, I'm a sinner too. So, but high school, I played sports. I did acting in musicals. And yeah, I mean, I was into cars. I'm still into cars. So
Ooh, let's break down some of that.
yeah.
You said that you did acting in high school, that you'd gotten an interest in music. To just give spoil a little bit here, you are a musician, so is this where you started to pick up some of your musical talent?
Yeah, so I come from a musical family. It's kind of the coolest thing about my story is that well before I was, on this earth, my family was doing musical things. My grandpa was a big time musician, music producer. He was in a band called the Shy Guys, who did a lot of pretty cool things. And he taught my mom music, and she was a very musical person. In grade school, she was actually my teacher at a private school,
Hmm.
and she directed all the plays at the school.
Wow.
So not only would she teach me music, but she selected me and my siblings to be that, you know what I mean, like those main roles in the plays that involved acting and singing. And uh, yeah. So basically, that's where it began. And then as I kind of grew into the high school years, I did it just because I was good at it. Kind of the love for plays and stuff. Um, like when you get to that age and you have a little bit of freedom, like sports was kind of my thing,
Yeah.
music was my thing, but I wanted to do it my way. I got into um, like music of the time, and I'm influenced by a lot of different bands. So I started to write music, and um, I wasn't very good to start. My whole life before that, I had basically just done covers and sang in musicals and all that stuff. And then when you start writing for the first time, you're in for a rude awakening of kind of how much work. And it's like there's levels, like you really have to work so hard to get good at writing. And then
As a
that's kind of how I got into music. So
just as a quick interjection here, as a musician,
yes.
have you ever looked back at some of your first pieces of work and just felt that horrifying cringe of when you wrote it, you thought it was the greatest, it was
Yeah.
so good, and then you look back and you're like, what was I doing? You ever have
Yo,
moments?
so I have that. I mean, any creative people out there understand that struggle, because we all grow at such a, like, when you work hard and you have a passion, we grow at such a pace where even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, we look back and we're like, what were we doing?
Mhm.
Um, when I first started to write songs, I was like in high school, and I was heavily influenced by hip hop. And uh, hip hop people wear their feelings on their sleeves. And I basically wrote songs about people I didn't like. I wrote a song about homework. You know what I'm saying? I wrote songs about a lot of things, and I'm grateful for those things. But yes, it's funny to look back and think like, wow, what was my head like? Like I remember, I have a very good memory, so I remember my headspace. I remember what I was thinking. But
And you said you're pastor's son, correct?
I am, yes, sir.
Oh, a bit of an unconventional background there when you think of the hip hop game or the rap game as not the first type of person that you profile in your mind. How do you was there any resistance? Do you feel that people were like, you're a rapper? Or were people,
Oh man, I got stories for you, man.
that's what
So,
you're for, so let's go.
so uh, I don't even know where to start. So basically, okay, as a Christian kid, a kid that grew up as a pastor's son, I was heavily influenced by a lot of things. Everything but Christian music was cool to me as a kid. Um, and it was just,
Sounds
it just, I just didn't feel it, you know, um, it was like, it was a different time, right? But it was all praise, praise, praise. And, you know, even as a kid, man, you have emotions as a kid. Like kids are so smart. And I wasn't always praise, praise, praise. So, like a lot of us, you know, I went through a lot as a kid as well. So, basically, long story short, I gravitated towards the other kinds of music, and people knew that. Like when they knew of me, they knew that I wasn't someone who was like blasting Christian music in my car. But however, when I started to write songs, like a lot of things, it spread pretty fast.
Mhm.
And people were like, "Oh yeah, you rap? Oh, blah blah blah. You sing? Oh, blah blah blah." And that was just fuel to my fire. And I guess I don't know what was the original question here. How did I what? I'm telling stories. I'm telling stories. I'll tell you a story. So okay, so as I started writing and getting better and better, there was one time where in the music world, it's a very complex world. Like to create a song, there are so many things you have to do. You have to write it, you have to produce it, you have to mix it, you have to do every little piece for a track. And
Mhm.
I had like the music world, your friends, it's a flaky place. So I started to learn how to do everything myself. And I started to buy the things, record, produce, do it all. It was a learning experience. However, this is, I think, what you were getting at. My dad is a pastor. When I first started out, I did not have that direction like I have now. And I had to find that. And one time I was recording a track with my brother. This is a true story. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was recording a track with my brother, and he was swearing on the microphone, and I was on the computer doing the track, and my dad came in.
Okay.
And let me just tell you, swearing not like oh, like the S word, like you know what I'm saying, like hip hop shenanigans. And yeah, he came in, and that didn't end well. And crazy thing about that experience, it really kind of made me rethink things. Like that was pretty early on in my career as a musician, but like I really started to rethink. Like, yeah, I mean, like I was kind of mad at him for being mad at me, and then I really thought about it, and I'm like, I mean, what am I doing? I don't know. So then it was a learning experience, but
That's well, it's I mean, it being a learning experience. Let's package it up and take it forward now to a bit of who you are now. So you're a streamer on the app. Before we crack into that, though, what keeps you busy outside of the app these days? What takes up most of your time?
ooh, wow. Okay, so yes, I am a streamer on the app. I would love to tell that story too. How I got here. Basically, what I do. So a lot of you guys who don't know me, who haven't been in my streams, or even though those of you that do, I don't like. One of the big things about me, I don't like to brag about myself. I like people to, you know, like what I do behind the scenes and why I am not your typical streamer here is I recently graduated from school, got a graduate degree to teach. So I teach PE. I'm big into health and fitness. My brother is one of the, I guess, biggest Chicago music guys. He is a partner for, if you guys have heard of Lollapalooza, all those things. So I kind of work with him and do a lot of music things. We have a studio, we have a couple music venues together. So I kind of have a lot going on behind the scenes, and a lot of people who know me. Sometimes I'm tired when I'm here in this world, but I feel like I'm still called to be here, to give what I can to these people. And so behind the scenes, I'm a busy guy, and that's why kind of when I'm here, I'm on a mission.
You said you're a PE teacher.
I am, yes,
I don't
sir.
know that I've ever had a teacher come on here. At least a student teacher. I've had instructors, people like that, but not a
Yes.
teacher. What is it like working with a bunch of high schoolers?
Oh man, let me tell you, like one of God's gifts for me, probably that transcends everything that I do. And I think a lot of the people who know me here, they understand this. I have a kid's heart. Like I am a grown up kid, and a lot of times this world will tell me and tell us that being childlike with our faith, with our love for things is a bad thing, right? You need to grow up, people will tell you. And I'm here to tell you guys the best thing about me, uh, that transcends everything about me and what I do when I teach these high school kids. It is not hard for me to do that because I am a big kid. Like I relate to them.
Mhm.
In high school, I was not the best student, so I understand the struggle. Um, and so, but it's a different age too. So yes, it is hard. It's a different age, with phones and everything that goes on. So, um, but it's not hard for me, I guess, is the answer. For a lot of people, it is. Like there's a lot of teachers that it's hard for.
I would imagine who look a bit younger. Is there ever a respect dynamic between the students versus your you as a person?
Yes, and I I don't even know how to explain in this. When I teach, a lot of times, this is funny, but girls will walk by and be like, "Oh, who's that? Who's that?" And you
As
can,
soon as I asked the question, I was like, "Wait, he's gonna
yeah.
thinking it this way."
So
I don't
no,
mean it
but listen,
like that way.
listen,
Why
listen,
go
listen.
that
Hold
way?
up, hold up. I'm not done yet. So people, though, even the teachers around me, look at me and the way I interact with people. I'm very passionate. I connect with people at a deep level. I'm very energetic. Anybody who knows me, but I turn all of that around for good. Teachers that didn't really respect me because I look young and I'm energetic and I'm just at a different level. I change it all around. Like I really work hard to do that. So um, every little thing. So
Awesome, awesome. Okay, and let's bring Meet Me into this. You said you're interested in telling your Meet Me story, so
I
I'll.
am. I would love to tell my story. So my story is so unique. Why I am here.
Mhm.
Um, everybody knows now that I'm a musician. I go live on Instagram, every now and then. I used to before I came here, go on Fridays, and I would DJ live on there. I haven't in a while, but the interesting thing, how I came here, is there was a former top badge here. His name was Ryan. He's one of my best friends. We grew up together. Um, and he had gotten heavily involved here. Like he was a streamer as streamer could be. Like he was on here, you know, doing this all day, every day.
Mhm.
And he was doing some really cool things. And even though we're really good friends, we're very different. But he was at a point in his life where he, reached out to me and basically said, "Yo, Kevin, I'm doing this thing, and it's called live streaming. It's on this app called Meet Me, blah blah blah." And I was like, and he was trying to encourage me. He's like, "Dude, you got it, man. This platform, this place, it needs you, right?" And I was, for lack of better terms, I was like, "Nah, dude." No, dude, you're crazy.
Okay.
I'm a very private guy. A lot of people don't know this about me. I'm a very private guy. I'm an introvert. Like
Mhm.
I need my alone time. So like you guys understand, my behind the scenes is insane. So when I come, home and or I'm in my relaxation place, like I want to relax. I don't want to be social. It takes a lot of energy from me. Anyway, so he basically didn't want to hear it. He forced me to go live, made me an account, and basically I was like, you know what? I don't, like I'll give it a whirl, and I'm gonna be a one and done.
Mhm.
And this is a true story. I said a prayer because I'm a huge Christian. I
Mhm.
said a prayer before I went live for the first time, and basically went live. Didn't know anything. I didn't know what a gift was. So like these people were like my stream was pretty. My first stream was like crazy because he was the top and he was telling people to come here, and it was just it was a whirlwind experience, and I liked it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. And then I did it a second time, because he made me do it again, and I started meeting people, and it was like a whirlwind. But
Mhm.
slowly but surely, after about 2 weeks, I went live a couple times, and the people really responded. Like basically, I want to tell you guys, before I went live the first time, what I prayed for was this. I prayed that, like, in everything I do, from writing music to whatever, that I can serve, right? That I can come here and encourage people and serve in that way. And basically, it's crazy because I came here to serve, to encourage people to be everything that they needed to be. That there will never be another them. That's something I say a lot of times in my streams. But basically, I came here, and then immediately within that 2 weeks, it came back to me. Like I came here to serve, and there's incredible people in this place that like encouraged me, and I was kind of mind blown. Like, okay, like I'm the one that came here to do this, and they're serving me tenfold. So
Yeah.
that's the story.
Can you specify in some ways how the app has been impactful for you? Can you specify? You said that you came here to serve, but you ended up receiving it back. So how would you articulate that?
Man. So one of the things that I am super proud of is that from the very first stream, I say a prayer at the end of my stream whenever I have the chance.
Mhm.
And I pray for everything, whatever I feel God put on my heart to pray for. But the people that have showed up in my streams, and the first, I would say, the first 4 or 5 months of me on here. This is last summer. I was very to myself. Like I went live, and I went in my friend Ryan's stream, and that's what I did. And the minute I started kind of exploring, like, these people that would come to my live stream, I would go to their stream and see who they're hanging out with. The people that I met here, listen, this is a very, like the world, a very complex place. There are great people here, and there are bad, and I would be the first one to tell you there are exponentially greater people here than there are bad.
Mm.
And that is why I am still here in this place. Um, and some of those people, and the reason probably why I mean, me and you, we met a while ago, but Turk, my brother Turk right there, um, that dude was one of the first people I met. Like when I stepped outside of my circle here, and he was like me, like he spoke truth um, to people.
Sometimes too much.
And yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, people tell me that too, but the truth is that the truth is what people need to hear a lot of time. A lot of people come here for an escape, and that's fine, but you
Mm.
can find truth in your escape as well.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent. Um, Is there anything before we move off of the Meet Me topic that you would like to say to everyone who has supported you? You are very thankful for the people who have connected with you and have been a part of this growth. So, is there anything that you'd like to deliver or say back to them?
man, I tell them this every time I go live, man. I would not, knowing what you guys know about me now, the fact that I'm an introvert, the fact that God has blessed me with all these, outgoing skills, but I'm an introvert, and like you guys are the reason why I am still here. Um, you, every single one of y'all that show up in my streams, that show up in each other's streams, um, you are the reason why I am still here. I wanted to hit eject so many times, like a lot of us do, um, and somehow God used you guys as His hands and feet to keep me here. So you guys, if you guys respect me, man, if you have love for me, I want you guys to take a look in the mirror and thank yourself, because that you are the reason why I'm here. So
Excellent. And have you had an opportunity to meet anyone from Meet Me or go to any of the meetups, anything like that?
I have not. I wanted to. I wanted to go to Cali, a couple months ago, but I did not get a chance. Playlist. It was still a little early for me in the streaming world to kind of go to things like that. But this year, I'm committed to it. I'm going to Playlist. I'm gonna meet a lot of you guys. I'm gonna be honored to meet you if you're there, bro.
100%.
Um,
100%.
and there's a lot of, like I was saying before. Um, the bad apple, like it always, people think it spoils a bunch, but there are so many incredible people here that I'm honored to know, and I'm excited to meet them. So let's get it.
Perfect. Perfect. KMB, as we begin to wrap this up, I don't feel like it would be a complete time with you here if we didn't know or hear a little bit about your music, my friend. So, what do you feel like? Do you feel like you have any of that in you tonight?
I would love to share about my music, brother. I'd love to share.
Excellent. All right. Well, whatever you feel like you're prepared to do or whatever you'd like to do, I mean, it's all yours.
So those of you who don't know, my name is KMB. I released a brand new single. All y'all who don't know, that footprint emoji might have originated with KMB, but it is not about me. I promise you guys, those footprints by my name mean everything to so many people. And what it means to me and so many is that we are waking up every day trying to live our best lives, walking in the ways of Jesus Christ. And whether you are a believer or not, in KMB streams and in this family that we have that has nothing to do with me and everything to do with we, um, you are welcome in our streams. Um, doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. Um, he who is without sin casts the first stone. KMB will never cast stones ever. And whether you believe in God or not, He has always believed in you, and you are welcome here in this place. My song, I put out a single a couple months ago. It's called "Walking His Ways." I wrote the song well before I became a streamer, and basically, it's the story behind this song. It means the world to me, man. I put out so much music. I didn't even talk about a lot of my musical endeavors and how long I've been doing this for, but I've been doing it for a long time. I've done some really cool things. This song means the world to me. Um, like I said, just a backstory. Like when God grabbed a hold of my heart and told me to do things His way, I had to learn so much about the Christian music world that I kind of just didn't care about. And there's a musician, one of the founding hip hop guys in the Christian music world, who goes by the name of KJ52. And basically, he found out about me. We connected. I shot him this idea. This is a true story too. This is really funny. So if you have a minute, I want to share it with you. Basically, he found out about me. We connected. He was like, "Yo, bro, let's do a song." I had this song in mind. I sent it to him. It was very rough at the time, and he told me, "Yo, bro, I can't do it. That's whack." This is a true story. And I'm like, "What do you mean it's whack, bro?" Like, I was like all distraught. And then I recorded it for real. Like, the idea in my head was lit. And then I recorded it for real and I sent it to him. He's like, "Yo, that's litty. That song is litty. Let's do it." And then it turned into this. So if you don't mind, I'll perform the beginning of it for you right now.
Good.
Y'all ready? Oh, I gotta go on Spotify. It's on Spotify. All y'all Spotify people, freaking, y'all know the dealie. Search
What?
KMB on Spotify. Look, I'm doing it. KMB. Look, bang. Let's get it. Walking his ways right here. You ready? You
I'm
ready?
ready. Loose.
Your ways be my ways always. Looking back on the past with a passion. Said my prayers in an everyday fashion. Wanted action, but got no traction. So I went my own way. The world needed to hear what KMB gotta say. Thoughts of a young boy falling astray. He wanted the fame, respecting the game. So day after day, you were calling his name. Why? Simply a miracle that you said no to all those prayers. Yeah. Cause if I had it my way, man, I promise y'all I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I changed, man, with a game plan. To let go and let God had a thinking. Make beauty from ashes, bring it to the masses. A fisherman on the beat. Father, you called me when you gave me these 2 feet to walk your way. Yeah, wherever they take me, I know that you go ahead to make the way. Make the way. Yo, Turk, where you at? And I'll say, Lord, that your will be done. And I say, Lord, that your will be done. Oh, I say, Lord, that your will be done. And I say, Lord, that your will be done. Let your ways be my ways always. Let your ways be my ways always. So anyway, that's a glimpse into my record, Walking His Ways.
Very nice, man.
It's
That's
on
really
Spotify. All my people out there, I love you guys. Chris, you're incredible, bro.
thanks, man. If people haven't favored you, please everyone make sure that you favorite KMB. When can they catch you live if they'd like to see more of this, hear more of your message, your journey, all that?
So I go live. I'm not like a late night person. So like I go live usually around I'd say 7, 8 o'clock at night. Um, and it's not every day. It's like I'm getting good at sending out blasts. So all y'all who follow me, like I promise you guys, I'm getting better at blasts. I'm learning how to be a better streamer, a better person. But I do have scheduled streams, like ones that I'm committed to on my website, kmbcdb.com. That's usually Friday at 7 o'clock. Are my regular streams, and everything else is kind of feeling in the way that time allows.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's been awesome having you. Definitely appreciate
Bro,
your story and your openness. So thank you very much.
bro, I appreciate you for what you do. Um, and I'm thankful for every single one of you guys in this stream. Show this brother some love. I'm honored to be here. Hopefully, you guys are as well. KMB, this is not goodbye, but goodbye for now. Freaking, I love you guys, man. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Excellent job, man. Thank you so much for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, that's KMB. I hope they gave him a favorite. Excellent performer, excellent musician, passionate person, whether you have his views or not. I think that there's something that you can learn and take away from a conversation with him. I encourage you to check him out. Please do. One more time, that's KMB. All right. Okay. Now, I need to caution you about the next person that we have on the show tonight. Now, if that person could request the box, that'd be cool. This person, he's known for doing one thing specifically on the app that is appropriate now that we're reaching October. I'm gonna let him talk about it himself. But if you are a fan of some slasher things, well, you might want to stick around for this. Everyone, Mr. Shawn Caution is here. Mr. Team Caution himself. Thank you so much for coming on, my guy.
Oh my God. Can you hear me? Is everything good?
Oh, yeah, definitely hear you.
Okay. So KMB took the words right out of my mouth. It's an honor to be here, Chris.
Oh,
It's amazing. It's phenomenal. Thank you.
that's really nice of you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
I
Um,
appreciate it. Appreciate it so much, man.
yeah, there's a lot to talk about with you, especially since normally I feature one up and comer, but this week we're
Mhm.
doing two, mostly because I made a mistake. But in my eyes, each of you are top badge quality streamers. I always say you perform the role that you want
Thank
before
you.
you have it. You're top quality talent. You have a very carved out segment in the Meet Me verse, and definitely thankful for you to be here. Um, so for the
Oh, thank
people who
you.
haven't had the opportunity to meet you, can you introduce yourself?
All right. Well, my name is Shawn Caution.
Hmm.
Um, I'm a streamer here on Meet Me. um, what else? What else is there?
Yeah, I mean, where are you
You
from,
know,
if you don't mind sharing that, even?
I'm from New York.
Okay,
Um, you know,
sure. So
my
from
story
from,
isn't
from the city.
my story is easy, man.
Sorry.
My story's pretty easy, man.
Okay. Well, what is it? I mean, we you heard with KMB, we said take us back to high school if you want. Take us
Yeah.
back to high school. I mean, what? Who people know you from?
Okay.
Let's learn a little bit about who made you or what made you you. And so high school is usually an easy place to start.
Okay. So when I was in high school, I was the class clown. I was always getting in trouble. Always sent down to the principal's office for trying to be funny. Trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know, um,
What kind
I
of
was always trying to just be the class clown.
what kind of prankster were you? Were you the kind that was cracking jokes, or were you actually like making pranks happen?
Um, Yeah, I was trying to, be loud, be obnoxious, do crazy things in school, jumping flights of stairs, kind of doing things that, normal people wouldn't do, just stupid things, man, like food challenges, before food challenges were a thing, trying to eat as much as I can in the lunchroom, trying to just make a fool out of myself,
Okay.
um, just getting in trouble a lot, you
Yeah.
know.
No, no. I mean, I feel like being a class clown, it helps give you that initial taste of the stage and sets you up for something like
Mhm.
this, where you're a live streamer and so much focus can be on you. Okay, so were you involved in anything extra? Did you do anything with the school, like any sports, or did you do any acting, anything like that?
Oh, no, I did not do any acting. I played a little bit of hockey, a little bit of basketball, nothing serious, just school stuff. And, you know, um, mainly what I did after school, because I kind of really just didn't pay attention in school. I
Mhm.
was just, I was the class clown. I didn't really care about, grades or anything like that. I just did it the best I could and then got out of school and, you know, worked towards that. I
Sure.
didn't just got it over and done with. A lot of people don't like school, so I'm that person.
Hey, it's different strokes for different folks, right? I mean,
Oh
different.
yeah.
I mean, what about these days though? People get to know you during your live and see what you do during your live. But what takes up your time when you're not streaming?
Okay. So I have a lot of time to stream because my main profession is I own my own business. I'm a professional photographer, wedding photographer. So I do like maybe 3 to 4 weddings a month, and then most of the other time I spend, streaming. Because I love it so much. Um, so yeah, I pride myself. And once I got out of school, I kind of knew I wasn't going to be a doctor. I wasn't going to be a lawyer. I wasn't going to be doing anything like that. I didn't like the 9 to 5 aspect of that kind of. I wanted to live my life the way I wanted to live my life,
Yeah.
and it took me a while to find my path of what I was passionate in doing. And photography came, I guess, maybe a little bit late, but I did other things in between to try to find that passion.
That's really cool. When did you learn that photography was something that you were passionate about?
I've been doing professional photography since 2012, but prior to that, I was doing stuff on the side. I was creating like conceptual work, meaning I would have an idea and I would create something that others could interpret to their own, sake of what they would want. Like if I create something with my meaning, but it could mean something totally different to somebody else, which is what I like because I was also a writer. I wrote a lot of poetry, which also I wanted to, write my own stuff, but I also wanted people to take their own, idea of it. Well, it might mean something to me, but it could mean something totally different to you.
Yeah.
That's my whole creation of why I got into photography. Um, and because mainly I got into wedding photography because of memories. I'm obsessed with capturing memories, which is probably why I started streaming. I started streaming on Stickam, and back then your videos would be saved, and I could, I was obsessed with like looking back on it, and the same goes for photography. I would go to my mom's house, go in her junk drawer or her attic, and fish through all the Polaroids she used to take of me and my dad and her going on vacation. And I just became like obsessed with it. And, I found my passion of memories. And
Yeah.
the only way I figured I could do that was to do it for other people, you know?
That's such an interesting perspective. Two things you mentioned. I didn't want to interrupt you. One,
Oh, you're fine.
I feel like there's different camps of photographers. Some that enjoy having a great looking photograph. Say, here's my piece that I've taken. Seems that with you though, you truly view your pic or the photographs that you take as pieces of artwork. That it's up for interpretation. That there's meaning or something to it. Would you say that that's a fair conclusion?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I was telling you, when we talked in the email, the piece I created, the Flatline series,
Yeah.
was definitely not about me. It
Hmm.
was about everyone else. And the only thing that I did was create the image for others to look at, to take in, because they're so powerful and impacting, that it just wasn't about me. The attention was not on me. That's why the pictures don't have my face in it. They only have my body. It has nothing to do with me. And I feel like, when I do it for clients, I want them to appreciate my vision,
So
you know?
just for those who weren't in that email, i.e. me,
Mhm.
everyone else,
Yeah.
can you explain what that project was? Because that is really interesting, and I think it's worth talking about. So can you explain what that project was and how it was conceptualized, what it meant to you,
Mhm.
how you ended up delivering it? Walk us through that creative process.
Oh yeah, definitely. So a lot of people don't know this, obviously. This piece that I created in 2016 was my whole life leading up to that moment. I suffered from depression, anxiety, very, very badly, to the point where I couldn't even go outside half the time. I would get in the car, have an anxiety attack, go back in the house. I was even hospitalized for it. And my writing before became a photographer was based on telling stories of how I felt. And, I tried to find a way in photography to create something like that. And I didn't know how to do it. So it kind of randomly just came to me one day. And see, I say that, but, it sounds a lot, I don't know, it sounds a lot harder than it really was, but it just came to me randomly. And so everyone in here that doesn't know what it is, um, I created a project called the Flatline series, which is basically about trauma, struggle, drug addiction, you know, some stuff that goes on with almost everybody. Everyone has something going on behind closed doors. And so what it is was I put out some Instagram posts looking for people that would like to share their story with me, and that were dealing with stuff like that. They reached out to me. They told me their story, and this is hundreds of people that had did this, and some of them were very graphic. Some of them that I couldn't create images for because they were so bad and traumatic.
Hmm.
So I picked my top that I felt like I could, you know, I feel like I could interpret the way that they would like it, even though it's really hard to do so. So I created the images as best as I could. I took their story, I posted it below the picture, and I made it anonymous so nobody knew who it was that told me the story. It was completely anonymous. And my whole vision of it was there are people out there that don't understand what people are dealing with. Some people, think that they're doing it for attention, placebo, that it's not real, stuff like that. And what I try to do is make awareness to it. So yeah, the when you look at it, you scroll down, you see the picture, you read the story, and then you go back to the picture, and it totally changes what you thought in the first place when you first looked at when you first looked at the picture. And that's what I wanted. I wanted people to get a better understanding um, of mental illness and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't see what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Um, and I wanted the images to look like you were looking from a doorway. That's basically what I wanted that to take. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's very critical. I mean, people can take offense to it, but it's not offensive. It's not at all.
Quickly, well, it's top of mind because I think you definitely have captured everyone's interest regarding it. Can you plug your Instagram handle so that people can search you and take a look at that? After.
Okay. My Instagram is Shawn Caution. The website that you can see the Flatland series on would be ShawnCautionPhotography.com.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
So you said you like capturing moments and getting into wedding photography. We've just hit a pretty serious note. So I would like to know what have been some of the more uh, how do I say? I DJ weddings. I'll put it out there. So I'm used to working with wedding photographers. And I've seen
Yeah.
and had some horror stories happen where the battery dies. They forgot a certain lens, things like that. Have you had any wild circumstances happen? Any crazy events happen during one of your wedding shoots?
So for doing weddings since 2012, I have not had a faulty camera or anything like that. I have had my camera error on me a few times,
Mm.
but any photographer knows the scariest moment of doing a wedding is your memory card failing. That is the worst feeling a photographer can ever have, because more than likely the images are corrupted. You can't put them on your computer. You can't get them back. Your memory, your SD card is gone. It's done. And if you don't have any backups, and especially if you already went through the ceremony, it's done for. But nothing crazy, nothing. I feel like weddings to me are pretty easy. I guess that's why I do so many, and that's why I love doing it so much because I try not to mess with bridezillas. I try to stay away from them. If I get a different vibe from them during like when we meet and greet and we do the contract, if I don't like them, I will be like, well, I'll get back to you on that one. And
Wait, wait. You
surprisingly, I haven't messed with anyone. What?
you're telling me you've shown up where people are gonna sign on the dotted line. You go, maybe we sign it later, and like you're telling me you've done that.
No, I've never done that. That's the thing. But I
Oh,
would. I would if I got a vibe from them. If I got a vibe from them where she's like, I want it like this and I want it like that, I'd be like, we're not really, maybe you could go ask a different photographer. I would definitely do that. I would definitely do that because I want their day to be as easy as my day is. I don't want to, nobody wants to be. They're already stressed enough. The bride and the groom are already stressed enough. I would rather them not try to stress me out.
I could only imagine the reality check for that bride or groom where they've just been hit with, am I being way too demanding? No, no. It's like
Yeah. When me and Kelly go to meet the client, we usually get the vibe immediately if they're going to be cool or not. And you know, gratefully enough, every client that I've had is amazing individuals. I've never had any issues with any client so far since doing all the weddings I've done. I don't know what it is. It must be the water.
Now, saying that you're an entrepreneur, I believe that there's
Hmm.
many people in here who have played around with the idea of taking an
Hmm.
entrepreneurship themselves. Do you have any hot takes, quick pieces of advice of something to consider, or maybe a piece of motivation, anything to share with the people who are possibly leaning towards that track?
Oh yeah, I tell a lot of people, especially my really good friends, because they want to become streamers as well, and they want to try to make it a career, or they want to make money off of it that they can pay their bills and stuff instead of working their 9 to 5 that they hate. I try to encourage people to, you know, work your job and then also do what you want to do on the side, and then try to make money off of it if you can. Like, mine came from a hobby to a profession really fast.
Mm,
It just kind of happened really, really fast. If you love it enough, you won't consider it a job, and you'll do it because you love doing it. And if you can make money off of it, then that's amazing.
mhm.
I feel like you shouldn't spend that much time on something if you're not going to make money off of it. um, like um, like photography, if I kept doing it for a long period of time and I wasn't making money off of it, I probably would try to go somewhere else. But I'd probably try to keep it a hobby, but I wouldn't work as hard as I would on it. Go for your dreams, honestly. Don't, you know, I know the number one regret for people that get really old are that they didn't spend enough time doing what they wanted to do. So everyone in here, if you're not doing what you want to do, please go do what you want to do in life. Um, Even if it's really hard, try to find time to go do it because we're not here that long. Yeah.
Sure. Uh, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your Meet Me experience and how you got on the app. So how did you originally
Okay.
download?
How did I originally download this? Okay, so I started streaming on Stickam. I came from Stickam. I went to other streaming platforms, YouTube, Twitch, everything, try to stream on it. And, just not getting the audience that you want. You sit on there, you don't feel motivated enough to keep streaming because you don't have the audience or, people talking to you to create the conversation, to keep you going. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the people.
Mhm.
And, so when I got on Meet Me, one of my friends were like, "Oh man, this app reminds me of Stickam." So I was like, I don't know about all that," because Stickam was amazing. And then I downloaded it and I got on it, and I didn't know what any of it was. I didn't know what diamonds were. I didn't know what anything was. So I
Yeah.
just started streaming, and I was amazed by these the people that were already on this app that were getting like also attention. They had all these people communicating with them, and everyone was nice. It felt, everyone was amazing. They were all supportive to everybody when I was lurking in people's rooms. And, I was like, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And then I started up, and then it wasn't immediately, but like over time, more and more people were coming in. And I was like, so like amazed. I was like, this is insane to me. The algorithm Meet Me has to get a community or an audience is phenomenal. They have it perfect. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
definitely amazing.
Yeah. Real quick, how long have you been streaming for? How long ago did you start?
It's probably going on probably 4 months, going probably maybe on 5, 4.5, 5, something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
you've done very well in that amount of time, and I feel like you've built.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna tell you that it's definitely luck. A lot of people come to me and they ask me, how do you get so many people in your room? How do you get viewership? How do you get this? What can you do? Like you had Zach on here a few days ago or a few weeks ago, and I helped him out when he had like 10,000 diamonds and he had no viewers, and he was always asking me when we were battling because I saw something in Zach, and he was repping Team Caution, and I tried to help him and give him ideas, and he came up with his own idea, and that's phenomenal. And my niche is, doing Michael Myers, and that came randomly as well. It's just I was doing other stuff before that on here, and it just led up to this, and it just kind of exploded. People love it.
Yeah.
People are crazy for it.
So talk to everyone. What is this Mike Myers bit that you do?
So this is Michael Myers. If you guys don't know, this is not Jason. Everyone thinks this is Jason. This is not Jason Voorhees. This is Michael Myers. So I used to, when they had roast on here, I used to dress up in toilet paper, and I used to go on roast, and me and the guy would go back and forth, and it was funny. I loved it. It was entertaining
Yeah.
as heck. And so I was sitting here and I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? So on this side over here, I have shelves of stuff in here,
Yeah.
collectibles. And so there's another Michael Myers mask right here. And I was sitting right here, right exactly here. And I was like, what if I just put the mask on? I think that'd be pretty funny. So I put the mask on and I went to battles and I started dancing around, starting to be like trying to be entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
So then out of nowhere, I started getting more people coming in. And
Hmm.
then, I just fully went with it. I was like, okay, so this may be something. Because I never knew about Deadpool or anything. This was before I knew about any of this.
Hmm.
Um, and then, like a week after I was doing Michael Myers, Deadpool came into my room and he loved it. And then he wanted me on his show, and then I battled him. And then, man, a lot of people came from his stream. And then ever since then, doing battles, and every single time I do Michael Myers now, new people come in, they support me, they love it. It's crazy, people come to my stream and they're like, man, it's so amazing, dude. My day just went from crappy to good. I love it so much, man. You're awesome. This, and I hear so much positivity that it's crazy to me. And that's what keeps me streaming on this app. It boggles my mind. It really does.
Yeah.
This is it's KMB said it as well, man. There's so many good people on this app. It's
Yeah.
still it's
The,
crazy.
the community here is so it's so connected. Have you been
Oh
to
yeah.
or thought about going? Have you thought about attending any of the meetup events, possibly playlist?
Oh, see, I never in my mind thought I was gonna get to as far as I was on streaming. I thought I was gonna get like, a handful of people here and there. They were gonna come and go. We would chat a little bit. I didn't think I was gonna be, you know, a possibly be a top streamer on here. I never thought that would ever happen. Hopefully I get my top badge one day. But you know, I want to. I definitely want to. That is definitely a thing. I would like to meet people that, come into my life that I talk to every single day and meet them. It's amazing because I consider them friends. I consider them family. I feel like the people that I talk with and that I hang out with, I feel like I could hang out with in real life. That's the way that I feel. If I didn't, feel like I could vibe with them, then we probably wouldn't get along. But the people that do, I would definitely feel like I could hang out with them in real life and love to meet them. And because that's what I feel like we're doing on here now. We're doing what we can do distantly. You
Yeah.
know.
Hmm. Yeah. It's
So yeah, I definitely plan to. I want to go to Playlist Five. I definitely do. That's definitely an interest of mine.
I
Hundred
can say
percent.
that in the nicest way, you will regret it very much if you don't go. Um,
Okay.
the amount of turnout and people that go, and I push this for everyone, not just top streamers. If you're looking to connect and network, it's an excellent place to be. There's people from multiple different apps and things like that too. There's a lot of parties and just get-togethers, and it's a way for everyone to step away from the camera in many ways and be themselves. And you learn a lot. There's a bit of vulnerability there. It's and there's not many opportunities that you get that many people together in one place like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to keep blabbing on about this is your time, but I really encourage you. I really encourage you to go.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm definitely very interested.
yeah. Uh, so last bit of topic here, just out of curiosity. So, are you more of a fan of the John Carpenter, Mike Myers, or is this more of the Rob Zombie new take on it? What is your feeling? What is your feeling on horror movies? I mean, I gotta know. I gotta know.
John Carpenter's Halloween is the best. Rob Zombie had his own opinion on Michael Myers. He had his own creation on Michael Myers, but John Carpenter definitely did it the right way. And that's where I stand on Michael Myers. I love John Carpenter's Michael Myers. Um, most of them are good. There's a few bad ones in the series of Halloween.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I love John Carpenter's Halloween. But horror movies in general, I love Friday the 13th, mostly all of them. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all the old stuff, all the new stuff nowadays. It's hit or miss. It's mostly miss. There are some little good ones that are like, that's good. Maybe could have been a little bit better, but I think what's happening is the originality is not there anymore. because, you know, they created Jason, they created Michael Myers, they created Leatherface out of nowhere. Somewhat, Leatherface was not, but you know, it was random. You know, the hockey mask was random. The Captain Kirk mask right here is random. You know, people put so much thought into it, but it's not good. You know, they put too much effort into it. You know,
Yeah,
that's what happens.
that's a fun fact. I'm not going to share it. I have a friend from high school who's obsessed with the original Halloween, all John Carpenter films, really.
Mhm.
But yeah, can you, just as a fun fact to wrap this up, can you tell everyone the tidbit about the real origin of the Michael Myers mask?
Okay, so the origin of the Michael Myers mask was that this is a Captain Kirk mask. This mask was very different, very different. He had sideburns that were ripped off, as you can tell that they were ripped off right here. The mask was not white; it was painted white. The hair was brown, not black like it is in here. So what they did was they spray painted black in the hair to get it to match, you know, what they wanted in the film, because the film has a blue tint to it, and that's what they wanted. They wanted the dark hair, the white, you know, creepy looking face in the dark. They cut out the eyes a little bit more. They glued the mouth shut. Um, you know, they didn't really do that much to the mask. I mean, you could see that there was some skin tone, because the mask was not white; it was skin tone. That's what
Mm,
it was, and they just painted white over it. And yeah, they ripped the sideburns off, redid all the hair, you know, stuff like that. But it's originally a Captain Kirk mask.
yeah.
So yeah,
There,
so
there
it's
you all know. As a fun fact to wrap this up, is that your man, the original Star Trek Captain Kirk, Will
mhm.
Shatner, is now
Yeah, William Shatner.
the man of nightmares.
Oh,
So
one thing. Okay, so a lot of people don't know this either. So if you can't really see it on here, but if you look at the mask, you can't really see it on here, but his nose is crooked
mm,
because Shatner's, you know, Captain Kirk. His nose is crooked in real life.
that's really interesting. Well,
Yeah, his nose is crooked in real life.
if people want to catch your antics and find out more about your story, your photography, all that good stuff, when are you live?
I am live every single day, 2:30 p.m. Eastern to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But if I do Michael Myers, probably until, you know, 2, 3 in the morning Eastern time.
Wow,
Um,
that's dedication.
I
That's
want to can I add one more thing, Chris? I want to add
yeah,
one
yeah,
more
yeah.
thing. Okay, so everyone in here that supports me, you know, Team Caution, um, we worked really hard to create the family that we did. I There's plenty of people that have helped me create what we've created, and I can't thank you enough, or anybody enough. What we've created and the support that you all show me is amazing and beyond words. And every day that you come in my stream, you know, it is phenomenal, and it makes me and motivates me to do it every single day. There's nothing better that I want to do than to stream and entertain and talk to every one of you. You know, that's why I do it every single day. I love each and every one of you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And that's what Team Caution is all about. It's just all about family, friends. I love that everyone is friends with each other, friends with me. We're just a huge family, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm grateful.
What's one piece of advice? Because the family and group of individuals that you all support each other,
Mhm.
um, it's one of the strongest that I've come across. What's one piece of
Okay.
advice that you would share to the streamers out there who are trying to develop a community or have a support system or support network? What would you share with those people?
I would say that just try your hardest to create what you want to create. Even if it fails, keep going, because it was never like this for me. Believe that. It was never like it is now. So even if you think you're falling behind and you're failing, keep going, because you know, I never thought that I would be on this app where I am now. So never stop, you know, never stop trying to push yourself. Always push yourself to be better and do better. Um, this is why I keep saying, just do what you want to do. If you do what you want to do and it's your dream, it won't be considered a job, and you'll love doing it forever. And everything I do, I love doing, which is why I don't deal with much stress, because I do everything I want to do in my life, the way I want it to be done. And that's why, you know, I love what's going on. I love what's happening. I love, the growth in the family and everything. So what I would say, do what you want to do in your life. Do what you want to do. And if you're an up and coming streamer, keep streaming. Just keep streaming. Even if you're not getting that many viewers, keep going. It's I'm telling you, it's luck, but it's also the content that you create. If it's
Mhm.
not working what you're doing, try something else. You know, that's Try something else, because don't just give up. If you love doing it, don't give up. Try a different path. Go a different route about it. Just keep going, please. Please
Uh,
just keep going.
I forget who has the quote, but there's a quote that luck and its correlation is just due to consistency. So the more consistent you are, the higher the probability you have to have luck, right? And so you're proof of that.
That is 100% true. If you stream every single day at the same exact time every single day, people are going to know your patterns of what you're doing every single day, and they're going to know, oh, Shawn is streaming at 2:30 tomorrow. I'm going to be there. Be
Mm,
consistent. Do it every single day, and you'll get your viewership. I promise. I
excellent.
promise.
Well, Shawn, I can't thank you enough for sharing your story. You have so many great tokens of knowledge and interesting things. There's so many questions I wanted to talk to you about that we didn't even have time to unpack. I'm happy we even pushed for a little extra time here, because you really do have so many fantastic things about you. So everyone, please give Shawn a favorite. If you've enjoyed this conversation, you like his work, and you're interested to see the different bits that he does in his live streams, please, please, please give this gentleman a favorite. Shawn, thank you so much for coming on, my friend.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone in here that's hanging out, that's supporting everybody, not just me, everybody in here. And Chris, I just want to thank you. I really
Definitely.
appreciate it, man.
Oh,
This is
definitely.
awesome. This was awesome, man. I
Cool.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, what's up for our boy Shawn here? Thank you so much, my friend. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, we're running tight, everyone. We're running tight here. Okay, thank you to everyone who's dropping gifts. Thank you to everyone who's sticking around and talking. We have one last guest tonight, so please don't go anywhere. This is another really interesting individual who's got another unique talent. He's from up north. He's a northern friend. He's a northern friend, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, our final guest of the night, Mr. Vape God himself. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Good.
You're good. I'm doing well. I don't know why I look red all of a sudden. This introduction, I was like excited. No, Vape God, it's so good to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Good opportunity.
Yeah, for the people who haven't had the opportunity to meet you yet, will you introduce yourself?
Well, I go by Vape God, but my real name is Cody, and
Mhm.
I do vape tricks. That's what I'm known for on this app.
Cody, my name's Cody. I like to do vape tricks. Straightforward. I like it. It's a good marketing tactic, because right there in your name, you know what you're gonna get. It's not like you go to Vape God stream and he's I don't know, painting pictures or something. So Vape God, how long have you been on the app for?
I've been on this app for 3.5 months now.
3.5 months. Cool. And how did you discover the app?
Well, my friend told me one time. I just used to always just do vape tricks and like video call with my friends. They're like, "Well, I'm on this app. Meet me. You should go and like start live streaming and like showing your talent and everything." So I downloaded the app, and it's been phenomenal. Like the support and everything from the beginning.
Yeah. Do you have any headphones laying around by chance?
Huh?
Do you have any headphones laying around just by chance? Okay. There's just a little bit of artifacting with the sound, and we're talking now. Cool. Yeah. So while you're putting those in, so you've been on the app for about 3 or 4 months. You've developed yourself a community. You've also been a part of a few communities. I'll go ahead and wait until you put those in. There we go. Good.
Oh, right here.
Much better. There we go. Okay. So, so you're from a little bit north of the U.S., yes?
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
You're Canadian. Never would have been able to tell. Never.
Yeah, I don't really have an accent. A lot of people like think I'm from California because of CA in the location.
Sure. You do hit us sometimes with some normal Canadian things. Do you watch South Park by chance?
South Park, yeah.
How do you feel that you're represented, Vape God?
Well, honestly, like I find South Park, it's I can't even describe it, but
Do you feel like, I mean, when did you first learn that your head can detach? I guess let's just start there. When did you first learn that your head can open this way? And has that been hard to cope with?
yeah, pretty much.
Are you doing good, my friend?
No, honestly, I'm loopy on painkillers right now.
Oh no. Okay. Well, here, you know what? Let me steer the train, and I'm going to ask you very direct questions. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
So you're from Canada. You're definitely not ashamed of your Canadian pride and being my buddy and being my guy, and you're definitely my friend. Come on, it's from South Park. Okay, I hope some of you get this reference. Okay, let's talk about you in the early stages, way before Meet Me. Who were you? I've asked everyone who they were in high school. Let's talk about as you were leaving high school. What kind of person were you? Did you have an awkward phase where you're buying stuff from Hot Topic? Maybe you had cool hair at some point. Anything like that going on?
Well, during like the middle of high school, I was kind of like a rebel, kind of, always getting in trouble and like flunking and everything. But by the end, I kind of like stepped my game up where it was like life kicked in. It's like I'm not gonna graduate, so like now then I'm stepping my game up towards the end and get my life together.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. While you were in high school, did you start to pick up vaping? I mean, when was the first time that you picked up a vape pen? Is that the right
like
a vape pen?
vape
Okay,
vape pen.
Hey, man.
They're all vapes mods.
Well,
kind of towards the end of high school, like like I didn't really have my own vape or anything. It's like I'd always have my like puff on my friends, and then around 9 months ago, I actually bought my own vape. I actually got into vaping, so I've been doing tricks for around 8 months.
Yeah. What was the appeal of wanting to try and do vape tricks? Did you see some YouTube videos? You're like, oh, I want to try. What was the appeal?
I'd be around my friends. They'd be vaping all the time. They'd be trying and do tricks, and then I kind of like started watching YouTube videos and started getting into it. It was like, that's pretty cool. It's like I can try that, and I just escalated in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
to me doing crazy tricks.
Do you have? And I've asked you this before. Is there like a World Series of vaping, or is there like a tier to tricks? Is there a competitive level to this beyond just hanging out outside with your buddies blowing fat clouds?
There's actual vape competitions. There's competitions, then there's like vape like cloud comps. Yeah. There's vape conventions for like all kinds of vape stuff and trick offs, pretty much.
Trick offs.
Yeah.
I like that terminology. Trick offs. I hear that you mentioned this too. You said you bought a vape and you did some vape modding. I don't vape myself. What does it mean to be a vape modder?
Well, you get all different types of vapes. The mod itself is the bottom part. This is the tank. This is the mod itself. And there's different types of mods. There's like the bigger, higher watt mods, and there's lower wattage.
Okay. So when you say that you mod it, does that mean that you can adjust it to like be cloudier or like make noises, have funny lights or cool lights? I'm not gonna say funny.
Yes,
That's just
you can actually do that. There's different mods for a bunch of different things. There's even
really.
mods with Bluetooth. There's even mods for with Bluetooth speakers in them.
So you can like hook it up and be like, "Where's that music coming from?" Oh, my babe.
Pump music on the vape. Like, not even joking.
I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of it. I think it's a funny scenario to like. How do you feel about vaping and the negative stereotyping that's around it? I mean, there are jokes that are made about vaping and that it's like a fad or that it's like cool or not cool. How do you feel about the negative typing that it gets?
Well, I mean, like, everyone has their own opinions.
Mhm.
And, you know, people are going to say it's bad because, you know, you're still putting stuff in your lungs. It's bad, but it's not as bad as people like that smoke or all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you think would you advise people to, if they're not vaping, to not vape?
Yeah. It's still bad for you if you guys don't get into vaping if you're not vaping already.
Okay. Yeah, but for people who are already at it, maybe they can do tricks and things. So talk to me a little bit about how you begin to start learning to do vape tricks and go beyond. Let me rephrase. Do you vape for pleasure at all, or is it always about tricks?
Well, it might like it's like the pleasure in tricks because I enjoy doing the tricks themselves. Like,
Okay.
It's kind of like became a hobby, honestly. After a little while, after a
Okay.
couple months into it, it's like, you know, I just really enjoy doing it. Like, it's kind of like a getaway from myself too.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know that there's people who smoke like hookah or other cloudy based smoking forms. And they do it for enjoyment, not necessarily to do like a trick. So I didn't know if it was purely to do tricks and that was the medium for you to do tricks, or that you're like, I like to have a fine vintage of this cartridge. I'm sorry. Like cigars, like cigars or wine. It's a vintage. Are there vintage cartridges?
Vintage.
Are there rare cartridges?
There's expensive mods and stuff.
Okay. So like, are there any flavors that are like, oh, this one's engineered by NASA scientists and with angel tear water for that reason?
Well, I mean,
$100,000.
there's different brands and there's just different prices for different brands themselves. But
Okay.
they make it.
You're educating someone who's completely ignorant of all these things, and this is fun. Okay, so what is, like, when you say it's expensive, how expensive is it to start modding or making a vape?
Well, I mean, like, it's in the beginning, like, you're gonna go get a kit. When I started, I went and got a kit for like the full mod and extra parts and everything. It was like $100, probably
Okay.
around like 70, 78, some $70 your United States money.
Yeah.
But and it's also depending where you go too, because every vape shop is different. Or you're ordering online, it's different prices.
Mhm.
And for me, it's pretty cheap vaping. You know, I only pay like $10, like a 60 mil like this.
And how quickly do you go through one of those there?
Well, depending. Well, I do tricks a lot, so I usually go through a nice bit of it, but around like that bottle in like a week and a half, maybe.
About a week and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So before we ask you, or I'm going to ask you to do any tricks or anything, I am interested to know, besides doing vape things, I mean, what do you do? Who are you outside of the app? What besides ripping sweet ollies as the first trick? That's a skateboarding trick.
Yeah.
Are there names to tricks in vaping? Like in skateboarding, there's like doing a kick flip and ollie. Are there like names to vape tricks?
There is, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name some of them?
You get the O's, you get the O splits, you got the Bane, you got like different splits, bow tie split, vert split, etc. Jellyfish.
But I like the part where vaping, it's considered a norm to be making O faces. Like, I like that kind of world. That's a good
Yeah.
world to be living in. So are you saying tonight we'll be seeing your O face?
You might.
We might. Oh, I didn't know if it was a yes or a no. I like it. I like it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay.
See.
So outside of the app, back to the topic before I derailed us. What is life like outside of the app for you? I mean, what keeps you busy? What do you like to spend your time doing?
I just do normal activities. Like I usually just take my normal runs, and I usually go out and try to get around, do some stuff. But
Yeah.
mostly, I'm kind of like a dormant person.
What
like
kind of?
Like a dormant person. Like I kind of.
Oh yeah.
Kind of stick in my house.
I mean, do you have anything that you're like hoping to work towards, or like, do you have any goals, anything special that you're looking forward to, or trying to get to?
Like I've always known about my vaping. I'm trying to get better. Like I've been practicing like crazy, upping my game, and I just like trying to work towards like sponsorships and stuff, trying to like figure out competition wise and stuff.
Yeah. So that's something I didn't even consider, but seems totally logical, is that there's vape brands that probably sponsor vapors.
Yeah, they do. They sponsor like people that do tricks, or like even just like people that like put it on their social media as like pictures of the vapes, like fancy pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
To rep their brands.
I guess I mean, is there anything else that you feel comfortable sharing about your daily life? I mean, what keeps you busy or anything like that? Otherwise, I mean, we can jump back to the vape thing.
My life's not anything special, so you probably hop back into like.
What would you say is another hobby of yours? I mean, even if anything, I mean, have you ever tried painting, acting, drawing, maybe you skateboard, anything like that?
I kind of like mess around with guitar. I played guitar for like 4 years.
That's really.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me. I play guitar.
Now, okay. All right.
And I played soccer for 7 years. I kind of messed around with soccer balls, like soccer ball a bit.
Yeah. What when you said that you play guitar, what type of artists do you cover, or do you write your own music?
I kind of like do everything. I got acoustic, but sometimes I play like it's an electric guitar, and sometimes like just normal acoustics, and I start writing my own stuff.
I like it. Cool. All right, so bringing it back to the vaping. Then you said you have some vape goals of getting sponsored and things like that. I mean, what is the ultimate stage for you then? Like, how far would you like to take it, or that you think that you could take it?
I try to push myself to get to the top, with like top brands and like going worldwide, big competitions and everything all the time. I just really cool. I want to turn into like kind of a profession,
Okay. How do you feel like it's translated for you on Meet Me? I mean, what has the Meet Me community been like for you, and do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's been like since I started, it's been exceptional. Like ever since day one, everyone loved it. So it's like I kept doing it, and it's like the support like kept growing in my like group of people, and like I enjoy when people come to my stream. It's like it takes them out, like away from their day and like their like bad days, and like kind of like it cheers everyone up. Like I don't know, it's a weird way, but
yeah. No, I understand. So, and I mean, you have done well. You recently reached a pretty big live streaming milestone, did you not?
Yeah, I hit 1 million last week.
That's awesome, man. I mean, how do you feel that you were able to earn and get to that point?
Oh, it was very emotional, like a time, but it was great. It was just like very big accomplishment, and it felt great and especially everyone getting me there, pushing me there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there anything that you would share with people who are trying to reach their million that you would advise them or encourage them or talk to them about?
Honestly, I just say, like, be yourself, and like try to put yourself out there, and it, I can't really say much because I'm still kind of new myself, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the great part of it is that at all stages in the game, we have a different perspective of what's going on with ourselves as a streamer.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, whether or not went dark, because there are dark times as a streamer too. Which you may not have experienced, or maybe you have. Okay. We've been beating around the bush here for a minute. I'm interested about the vaping thing. I know you said you're on pain meds. Are you able to still vape and do some tricks right now?
I can, yeah.
I mean, let's go for it. He takes a sip of his water. He gets in the game. Okay. All right, I'm ready for this. Okay. I've seen you do some things before, but I know you've got some sweet talent. Let's go and get it.
Okay. I gotta take one though.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh, my phone's not gonna do it. My phone's like almost dead.
Okay. Well,
let's see if I can try it.
Just do a couple and then we'll go and wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. Okay, so he's giving us the O face now.
Honestly,
That's all right, man. That's cool though. I mean, it's like you're a dragon of some sort. Vape God, if people are interested in seeing you after the stream, when do you typically go live?
Probably around. It's hard. I hate the time zone difference for them in Canada, but around probably 7, 8 p.m. Standard Time.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, cool, man. Is there anything that you'd like to share or go over while you're here? Anything that's important or something that you're passionate about?
I just want to throw everyone that's in here supporting me and everything, much appreciation for everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, cool. Thank you so much, man, for coming on. I really appreciate the time and talking with you.
No problem. I appreciate the opportunity. Much love.
Definitely. Everyone, if you enjoyed the conversation with Vape God here and you'd like to see some more, make sure that you give this gentleman a favorite, please. Such a good class act and a good lad. Lots of things to talk about. So thank you so much for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Hope everyone has a great night. Much love.
Much love. Thank you so much. All right, cool.
Can you exit me on the box? It won't work.
You good. All right, everyone. That wraps up tonight. We've got announcements though of who's on next week. Thank you so much to everyone who came on tonight. Thank you so much to KMB. Yo! I've not seen that before. That's so cool. Did Ebby send that? Ebby, thank you so much, Ebby. 8.8. Yeah, thank you so much. That was so nice of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Huge shout out and thank you to everyone who came tonight. So a big shout out to KMB. Thank you so much, KMB, for coming out. To Shawn, thank you so much for coming, man. And Vape God, thank you very man. It's all right. If you are interested in being on the show, please message me on Instagram. And if you message me and you're like, Chris, I want to be on, please tell me how long you've been streaming for, how many favorites you have, and how many diamonds you have. So tell me all of those things, and then I'll come check out your live stream. I have a lurker account. You won't know it's me. It's a secret. So anyway, let's talk about who's on the show next week. Yeah. So we've got Savvy coming on the show. She's a wonderful human being. I've met her a couple times at Playlist at VidCon. She's got a great story and she has a positive attitude that I think many of you will resonate with. So definitely excited for you all to meet her. Then we have Taz. Taz is going to be on the show. He's been very persistent. He's like, Chris, put me on the show, man. And he's asked me for months. And you know what? I said, let's do it. Let's just do it. Because I've checked him out a couple of times. He reminds me of like your wild uncle that comes to the dinner table and you don't know if it's gonna like be cool or not. It's like, what is he gonna do? It's like, uncle, is he got chill? Cause could he chill? So you never know. So Taz is gonna be on next week. And then lastly, we have someone that I'm waiting on the confirmation, but we do have a third. So waiting for the confirmation before we announce it. Don't like to put anyone out there. My Instagram is the same as my name here. It's Chris Casper here. Same as that. Special thank you to everyone. Treat everyone with respect, please. Much love to all of you who are streaming. Good luck out there. And if you have any questions or things that you'd like to talk about, feel free to message me on Instagram. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye.